and welcome to Allegheny Motorcycle Adventures. Mark Ritchie with you. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about heated gear and the pros and cons of most types. Welcome to Allegheny Motorcycle Adventures. Ride extraordinary. It is a bright, sunshiny day here in Highland County. Wind is indicating 37 degrees. She is in full tropical trim.
Wow, right out of the chute. Didn't you mean Arctic trim?
And I've broken out the heated gear, otherwise known as the Juice. And I'm going to talk about my experience with it. I've been wearing it for over 15 years now. And I can attest that it's a real game changer. We've just turned right in McDowell, heading towards Doe Hill. It's another enchanting, open and empty road full of farms and homesteads. It's a Saturday, so we might encounter a trickle of rush hour. I'm not sure I can keep my visor fully closed. I did use some hockey spit on it, but it might have expired, so I've been getting a little fog on the visor. But I wanted to go over the different types of heated gear because there's so many brands and types available on the market nowadays, and all of which can result in different experiences. And like I've alluded to in prior videos, I want everybody to have as good of a riding experience, if not extraordinary, as possible. So if I can pass on a tip or two that makes that happen, then therein lies the fulfillment in doing some of these videos. But there's a new wave of 7 volt, and when I say 7 volt I mean 7.4 volt lithium battery heated gear. With the advancement of battery technology, it's becoming more and more popular. And you know, between that and the 12 volt systems where you actually connect it to your bike, I found that there's pros and cons to both. I prefer the 12 volt system where it's actually plugged into the bike's battery. And the reason I prefer that is because I don't ever have to worry about running out of juice. The con is maybe some people aren't that versed at being a mechanic, and the thought of having to install a wire to your bike's battery might cause a little anxiety. But there's workarounds for that too, especially if you are friends with other bikers or in a rider club. I'm sure there's somebody that can help you out with that. The other con is when you stop on a cold day like this. Unfortunately the sun's out because you'll be getting some warmth, but you won't have any juice running through your gear. And if you're on a mountain someplace or you're getting a lot of wind, that might steer you towards the 7 volt system with the remote lithium batteries. The con to that system is you don't really know, unless you've used it time and time again, how long that battery is going to last in the conditions that you're in. So unless you can afford to buy another battery, and they're quite expensive, you're always going to have the thought of, will I have enough juice by the end of the ride? And that's why the scale tipper for me is the 12 volt system, because that's not even a thought in my mind. So that's why I prefer the 12 volt system. So in addition to the 2 voltage systems, there's heated liners and full-on heated jackets. And I prefer the liner type, simply being that a lot of days, especially in the late fall, early spring, you're going to have 20+ degree temperature swings. Warriors start out in the 40s in the morning and end up in the 60s. And if you have a nice jacket that has the waterproofing, the vents, the removable liner, the reflectivity, and the armor, you'll want to use that. So I would recommend getting a liner that you can wear in the mornings, and then you can just simply take it off if it gets too warm. Whereas if you're going to buy the all-in-one package, chances are it may not have the venting, it may not have the waterproofing, it may not have the removable liner or reflectivity, all those functional things of having a proper motorcycle jacket. And a lot of those aren't even made solely for motorcycling. A lot of construction crews wear them, a lot of road crews wear them. So that's why I would opt for getting a liner, and get a full-size liner, not just the vest. If you're going to spend the money on getting some heated gear, get something that's going to cover most of your torso. You know, the last thing that you're going to want to experience, and the whole point of being able to ride out here on days like this, is functionality. Functionality and comfort. Performance and style aren't really going to be your best friends when you're 2 hours from home and it's 40 degrees or lower. You're not going to be thinking about how good your bike looks or what your 0 to 60 performance is. And chances are, with the roads in the wintertime, you're not even going to be riding it a crotch rocket any different than you would be a touring bike. So yeah, so get the full liner, get the 12 volt system, and these are just my opinions. They will vary and often do, but the scale tipper for me at the end of the day is what is a welcome trade-off, and all the pros outweigh the cons, at least in my world. So if you decide to go the 12 volt route and you install the battery cable, one of the things I wanted to mention is to, first of all, change out the fuse. Well, we have a rolling Kawasaki with a trailer. This is what's known as traffic in Highland County. Chances are he's going to turn at the next farm or two. He's doing pretty good for a tractor. Must have the DCT automatic. So, getting back to the battery cable, most of them come with a 15 amp fuse, if you're gonna run other peripherals like heated gloves or pants or socks, then you're gonna have to change that amperage accordingly. I just run heated gloves and a liner, so I've got 20 amp fuse, and I've also installed 2 battery cables, one for Rose and one for me. I went the single route with a splitter before, but I can't remember why that didn't work out so well. I think whatever unit was turned up the highest got all the juice, so that's why I run 2 battery cables. So I keep a little pharmacy bottle, or you can use like a vitamin bottle or a pill bottle, and just stocked it full of fuses, and I carry it with me. You put it in your bike or put it in your man purse like me. So I think that about covers it. Leave a comment in the section below. Let us know what kind of rig you ride with. Oh, there's a turkey vulture. Watch out. I hit one of those a month or so ago. I was in full Burt Munro pose position on Wendy and ended up bouncing off the fairway and windshield.
Fairway. I think you meant fairing. There's no fairways out here.
I don't know how it resulted for the critter. But yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you use. I wasn't really focusing so much on brands, but more the type. For those of you that are interested, I do use the Gerbing, which I've had for I think 12 years now, never had an issue with it. The other thing I wanted to mention, if you do go the 12 volt route and you do run a set of heated gloves, get the dual controller if you can swing it, because on cold days, and if you're on a touring bike, chances are you're not going to need your liner to be on full, but you're going to need your gloves to be on full. And so if you don't feel like cooking, you can always have your liner down a notch or 2 from your gloves. And gloves usually end up being the thing that requires the most juice. So that's about it. Appreciate everybody riding along. I'm going to enjoy the rest of Doe Hill Road, taking the long way to Monterey on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. And the last thing I wanted to mention is it's truly a game changer. And the reason being is you can be out on days like this, and I apologize if my visor's creating some wind. I just can't keep the... Hey, bud. He lives at the house we just passed back there, the white one on the left. Is you can go all day, and the furthest thing from your mind is going to be, are you going to get cold or not? Like, it's not even a thought anymore. So to the degree and extent, those of you out there that love riding and will go to those degrees and extents to choose a motorcycle over a car, there's only one thing I can tell you. If you're on the fence about heated gear, buy the damn heated gear. And with the holidays coming up, it's the perfect gift from one of your loved ones or colleagues or friends. So that's why it's a game changer. Appreciate having everyone along. Thanks for watching Allegheny Motorcycle Adventures. Cheers and ride extraordinary.